In recent years, we have seen a sea change in appraisal for educators. Long gone are the days of appraisal being that end-of-year process where appraisers check up on those they're appraising and teachers wait for appraisal to be done to them. Instead, appraisal has become a vehicle for centre and school-wide learning. The focus is no longer a judgment of individual teachers and kaiako, but instead an evaluation of how they contribute to the goals of the centre, school or organisation, and, most importantly, how the teachers and kaiako improve learner achievement, learning and well-being. Teachers lead their appraisal process, and they are the richer for it. We are fortunate in New Zealand to have a conceptual framework for appraisal, he kite whakitipu nai o tangata, and it is this framework upon which Arinui is built. The framework underpins aligned, robust appraisal systems for early childhood and school settings. It supports educators to attain and maintain full registration as a certificated teacher. It fosters professional learning and ensures optimal outcomes for learners. At the heart of the conceptual framework is learner achievement, learning and well-being. Throughout Arinui, there are reflective prompts designed to support teachers and kaiako to focus on the impact of their practice on learner outcomes. Surrounding the learner outcomes are 4 interconnected concepts. Evaluative capability is an essential skill for educators to develop, as it is through this lens that they can critically measure the impact of their practice, as well as figure out what to improve and how to go about this. Engaging in the key reflective processes in Arinui builds evaluative capability. Through understanding the impact teachers and leaders are having, and then inquiring deeply into practice, educators can evaluate their practice based on multiple sources of evidence and multiple perspectives. The Arinui dashboard allows the teacher or leader to see at a glance how the areas of their practice that they're focusing on improving aligns to the standards for the teaching profession. Fundamentally, the teacher appraises themselves, using their evaluative capability. They decide where they think they are meeting the standards and where to next. We work within a teacher-led appraisal process. Educators seek to attain registration and maintain full certification. This is their responsibility and not that of the appraiser. But the appraiser and kaiako work together. The appraiser provides support to the teacher in evaluating their practice. Appraisers often provide a perspective on practice that the teachers couldn't see for themselves. Through Arinui, teachers can seamlessly share all or parts of their appraisal collection with colleagues and their appraiser. At the end of the annual appraisal cycle, the teacher submits their Arinui collection to their appraiser. They then work together to jointly evaluate the teacher's learning and growth and the impact on student outcomes. The other 2 components of the conceptual framework for appraisal are also part of Arinui. Open to learning conversations should not solely focus on problems of practice. Instead, they allow robust discussion in an open, honest and respectful way. Conversations based on evidence, where a teacher's current practice is explored, not only helps the teacher to refine their practice, but they also help build the teacher and the leader's evaluative capability. Arinui supports effective conversations as they're based on the same information and evidence. Appraisees and appraisers can explore different perspectives on the teacher or leader's practice. Holding an open to learning stance supports appraisal to move from compliance to an improvement focused. Arinui supports performance management as well. There should be alignment between what the school or centre is trying to achieve and how a teacher or leader's improvement of practice contributes to their strategic goals. Through reflection and evaluation, teachers, kaiako and leaders also focus on their own personal professional growth. Not only does Arinui provide an evaluative framework, it also archives all teachers and leaders' appraisal collections, taking the onus of administration away from professional leaders. Surrounding the conceptual framework are the 5 tātai ako competencies, those cultural competencies for teachers of Māori learners. Arinui contains prompts which direct the teachers, kaiako or leaders to reflect on their practice in light of the tātai ako competencies. They are not a separate set of criteria which an educator ticks off as part of their performance management. Instead, they are competencies which educators continue to develop as their practice evolves. In summary, effective appraisal is more than just the administration of a centre, school or organisation-wide system. By using Arinui, you are keeping the focus on the main thing, improving learner achievement, learning and well-being.